Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding our inner Brock and Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or in this episode, we're going to do Isaiah Lord Thomas and Lynn Kendall. You know who Isaiah Lord Thomas is?
Yes.
Who?
From the Detroit Pistons.
Come on, the bad boy.
Bad boys.
You know, I had to add the Lord Thomas in there because I know there's another young man, right? Named Isaiah Thomas that also plays basketball now.
Yeah.
Are they related?
It's his son.
Is that really his son?
Yes.
Shut up, Nero.
I'm for real.
I don't watch sports. I don't watch them, dude.
Yes.
Are you lying to me?
I'm not lying.
Oh, he Lord too.
Yes, he's like Isaiah the second.
No, he like the third or fourth because Isaiah named out his daddy, so he the third.
Yeah.
Well, come on then.
You like there's another.
I said I ain't want him to confuse. I still don't want to be confused because I'm two different people. Are you checking your receipts now? Don't have me looking crazy.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Anywho, we just wanted to highlight Isaiah Lord Thomas II and Lynn Kendall. They've been married since 1985. Isaiah Thomas is an American retired basketball player who played professionally for the Detroit Pistons. As a point guard, he's a 12-time NBA All-Star and was named one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. He's in the National Basketball Hall of Fame. He's also been a professional collegiate coach, basketball executive, and broadcaster. And I just wanted to highlight him and Lynn. By the way, they met in undergrad. I think they went to IUPI, so I think they went to Indiana University. Just that they love since 1985. Through the ups and downs, honey. Mm-hmm. Isaiah, we ain't going to highlight that on Black Love, but Isaiah had some rough patches about 10 years ago with a few things, and Miss Lynn hung in there with it, right?
Yeah.
I was just, I was getting a little nostalgic, and I seen something on there with the old Detroit Pistons basketball logo, like that looked like a basketball.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on. And I think I seen Isaiah Thomas. I said, come on, Isaiah. Come on, Detroit bad boys. Don't get my dad talking about it. Jesus. He get to flashing back, honey.
I know them bad boys.
I said the bad boys.
Bad boys.
Detroit just always have this persona. Is that what it go with? Like
Punch
just that attitude. Just punch a nigga in the throat.
Punch a nigga in the throat.
Is that what they known for, whooping ass?
Yeah.
Like playing real hard?
Yep. Isaiah Thomas didn't go to the he didn't make it to the Dream Team because Michael Jordan didn't want to play with him.
Really?
Yeah, Michael Jordan said, I ain't playing with no cheating ass nigga like Isaiah Thomas.
And what Isaiah say? I ain't paying with no whack ass nigga like what?
No, Jordan's like, y'all can either pick Isaiah Thomas or me, but I'm not playing with Isaiah Thomas.
What? But weren't they on the same team?
No.
Oh wait, okay. I'm thinking about the Olympics.
Yeah, this is for the Olympics. So when they was picking people, Jordan said, you can either pick me or Isaiah Thomas.
But if they're on the same team, what is the competition? I'm thinking about the All-Star game. But if it's he said he don't got time for him doing no shit to him while he sleep. Baby. He don't got time doing no shit while he sleep, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I stand corrected. The other Isaiah Thomas ain't his son.
What?
I stand corrected. They ain't his daddy.
I'm about to say
I had to Google it.
Nero is.
He was named after him though.
I about to say Nero.
When the Pistons beat the Lakers and his dad lost the bet, so he had to name his son Isaiah Thomas.
What type of Detroit player, old Midwest Southern nigga shit is that? What? Mm-hmm. I knew something ain't sound right because I was like, that would have been much more highlighted, right? Mm-hmm. Then here come Nero. That's his daddy. You get rumors and shit started because Isaiah had a few baby scares. Did you say, well, they don't even look alike, Nero's? Why are you doing this? You done threw me off. I'm glad I made you check them receipts because I ain't believe that.
I was checking receipts already because
Because our community, Black Love Matters community.
They fact checkers.
They well read, honey. They real well read.
Actually, Nero, you're wrong.
Get your shit together. But I don't know. I just wanted to highlight Isaiah and Lynn just as another Black couple. I don't think you talk about them that much. We don't talk about them that much. And they've been together for almost, over 30 years?
Yep.
In the game? Straight through?
That's Black Love.
That's Black Love, and it's there. And folks act and want to pretend that it ain't there, especially in the NBA, right? When we talk about the NBA, we talk about the new ones that's coming out. But there's some old school folks out there that, as they say, make it last forever. Mm-hmm. Anything else about Isaiah or Lynn?
Nope.
Or just the Pistons in general? Shout out to the Pistons.
Make Detroit great again.
What? I feel like the Pistons have eras though. No. I feel like our era was like Ben Wallace.
Yeah, the Pistons ain't been in shit since I graduated from high school.
Since 2005. That was an era though. That was a time. That was an era. That 2004, 2005. Who was all there? It was Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah. Ben Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace was my Negro.
Rip
he
Hamilton.
was my type of Negro. Uh-huh. And what was that light skinned boy who always looked scared? Tayshaun Prince.
Tayshaun Prince.
What do we say? The one with the
Rip
mask?
Hamilton.
Yeah. The afro. Yeah, I think that's all of them, honey. No, it was somebody else. I can't forget their names. It was some white boy, wasn't it?
Oh, Darko Milicic. That nigga was a bench rider. We picked Darko Milicic over Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, but Darko got a ring and
Carmelo but shit.
Don't.
Carmelo could have still been in Detroit.
I mean,
you see how long his ass was within the Knicks?
Has he not? Am I accurate? He's not won a ring yet, has he?
No, he hasn't.
And the way he treated Lala, he probably won't.
Well, you know, he wasn't going to win that with the fucking Knicks. His ass could have won something with the Pistons.
He could have won multiple ones.
Could have been a franchise player.
Come on.
Shit.
Yeah, he could blend in Detroit.
Yeah.
Come on.
He got Detroit tendencies.
Don't do that. that speak to you, okay? What type of tendencies he got like you?
My point exactly.
All right, who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 68, y'all.
It's 68.
And it's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday night.
Nope. So be sure to leave a 5-star rating and review.
On Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher.
Why you don't want me to say
and
it?
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Black Love Matters. Remember, that's Black Window K.
Why you cut me off, Nero?
What you talking about?
Why you don't want me to say to leave a 5-star review?
I'm just saying, I was getting in the groove and you cut me off, so I had to come back.
All right.
You know, you got to check in.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, what's your check-in then?
First, we'll start with the bot store. We'll start low and end high.
Oh, your voice sounds better.
I'm getting better. My voice has been touched by the Lord. The Lord has healed me, and I'm coming through on the other side. I still got a little something, but it's nothing like it was. When I tell y'all Monday and Wednesday, I was sick. Like, I don't know how I made it through the podcast. Like, I was leaning on not onto my own understandings, but to the Lord. But anywho, I've been at the bot store, y'all. I had my first interaction with "Let me talk to your manager" on me, and I said, "I am the manager."
Ooh, what happened?
No. Well, we kept going back and forth. It was this white woman, right? And something came, and she was trying to do something with some prices. So it's certain things we don't price match, right? Mm-hmm. We just don't do it. So I was like, she's like, "Well, why do white people do that? White people, I drove out here. I don't give a fuck. Like, what does that have to do with? Like, I don't know how to say nicely. Okay, like." What do you want me to do about that? Mm-hmm. These are the rules. Like, what do you want? And I guess she done got mad, and she done came back 4 or 5 days later and done talked to, like, I don't know who she called, but somebody done changed it, right? Mm-hmm. Fine. And to the point where she, like, wanted to bring it to my attention. And first she got mad at this. And I thought I was being a child of God. Because she was talking, and I'm more so listening, because a lot of times, and we'll talk about it. What show was we watching? That I said, that's how people come up to you. Like in the stores.
Oh, shit. What was
You be thinking about that. But like a lot of times people will just come up to me.
This is us.
Yeah, okay, so remember that now. So people just come up at guest service, or I talk to somebody at the front and just vent. Mm-hmm. And you be like, what the fuck? Okay, so I just thought this was another white person venting. Saying like, oh, I did this and the price didn't change, but they changed the price and so I did this. So I'm like, okay. And she was like, do you remember me? And what Nyambi say?
No.
I said, no. I was just here once. I said, ma'am, I see a lot of people. I wanted to be like, ma'am, a lot of y'all white people look alike. I don't know what. I'm thinking I'm a child of God because I ain't be like, all the people don't, I'm thinking I'm being a child of God by saying, all you white women over 50 look alike to me with the same haircut, same clothes, same shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, ma'am, I'm sorry. I just see a lot of people. Then I think that's what set her off. Mm-hmm. When I'm like, and the thing is, you only remember me because I'm black, right?
I'm the only black one.
Anyway, the conversation goes on and she continues on. And what got me was like, well, did your manager teach you how to do X, Y, and Z? And I'm triggered. Teach me what, bitch?
Oh.
I said, no, she ain't told me nothing.
Oh.
Look, no. And I'm honest, when I should have child of God. Yeah, she did. Like, just to, but me, I'm living in my truth. I'm walking with the Lord. No. What's she supposed to teach me? And, just going back and forth. And I was like, I said, well, I'm sorry, ma'am. I assumed it was X, Y, and Z. It didn't fall under that policy. Have a good one. And then that's when she was like, I drove and did all this. And I came back. I said, ma'am, I'm not sure what you want from this conversation. And then it started going left. I don't like your tone. Now, what y'all thinking Nyambi saying in her head?
Bitch.
Who the fuck? Nigga, when did you become my mama? My mama don't even say she liking tones. So I'm like, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but this is just me as a person, and this is just my demeanor. Anything else you would like? Like, just me. I keep trying to wrap it up.
Yep.
Anything else?
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah, this is me. Have a great one. No, I mean, I just got to understand. Then I knew she started getting mad because her mascara was all messed up. So now she's rubbing on her eyes. They got that opioid epidemic out here too.
Get it on out, baby.
So, I done got excited. Here she going again. Well, I'm just sure you're not just used to this type of area out here, but it's just the way you're talking to people. I mean, your tone. Bitch. I'm a fucking taxpayer and I own a goddamn home out here. What the fuck you mean what I'm used to and what the fuck I'm not used to? Then I'm thinking about like what that got to do with this? Mm-hmm. What this got to do with these cheap ass sheets that are going to rip apart in a month, right? And I was like, again, ma'am, I'm not sure what your endpoint is, but I'm sorry. I apologize. Have a good one. You're just so ingenuine and just your attitude. I said, ma'am, with all the things that are going on in the world, I don't know what to tell you, but have a good day.
Ooh,
and I walked away.
Hit her with all the things that's going on in the world. With all the things that's going on in the world.
I wanted to say, and your ass worried about, and I walked away. And then I guess she went to the person again, so I don't talk to that other girl's manager. And so my boss came out, and I knew she was getting there. And then I'm looking at this like, oh, this is a test for their ass, because if they come cut crazy over here, Nyambi's going to get them my walking papers and tell them to kiss all of my black asses.
Who was there, big fella?
No, I wish it was big fella, because she probably would have melted and went to heaven because he would have been another brown nigga, right? Look, niggas is everywhere. And then I guess she went and vented to my supervisor, and she just nodded and like, she came to me. She's like, Nyambi, I just want to know. This is not like, I told her Nyambi's one of our best. Like, she knows the policies thorough. And then I came to her, she's like, Nyambi, what's going on? I was like, well, and I had to break it down. Like, I had to transition from Nyambi to Dr. motherfucking Nyambi.
Uh-oh.
Why you saying uh-oh? Like, I had to break it down. I said, it wasn't about, the sheets, the money, the confusion of policy. What it was this white woman was not used to a brown woman or a brown person being firm and assertive with her.
Motherfucking word.
And not kissing her ass and moving forward in that. And I was like, in most cases, I might have just let it go, right? I would have said the sorries and kissed ass and moved on. I said, but she crossed that line with me and made it more about, who I am as a person when she talking about where I belong and what community I'm used to and not used to. Because that triggered me to say that she's talking about me as a brown woman. Because if I look around, that's the only difference that I see amongst everybody. Other than that, I said the only other difference I see is that I'm the most educated person in here. So it's either education or my skin. And there's no way she would know I had a PhD. My man, yes, Nyambi. We're sorry. My manager apologized to me.
Do you need to go take a break?
She asked me. She's like, "Do you want to take a break?" I understand. I'm sorry. I didn't. And not only that, so my boss went above to the store manager, and the store manager was there, and he came by. He's like, "I heard what happened. I'm sorry. Do you need to take a break? Are you okay with everything?"
I need the rest of the day off paid.
Because as soon as I said that, did they get scared when I started talking about that? Yep. I said the only difference I see is either my skin tone or the education level.
You ain't finesse that bad, because I would have been like, I need the rest of the day off paid.
But this me. I said, I'm all right. But you just need to know, because what they didn't know is I was prepared to get in their ass. Because if they had me sit in any office or sign any goddamn paper, I was going to get my shit up and leave. The thing is, they so understaffed, they can't afford it. I probably could have called that white woman a bitch and still had my job. I could have told her to kiss my black ass, hunky. Like, I could have probably even went that far, right? And then my store manager was like, "Can we not say bad words?
Can we not call them a hunky?" Okay.
But like, you could tell, like, I don't know if it was the thing is, I can't tell if they down for the cause that's like, yeah, I see you, or if it's like, shit, we too understaffed for this shit. I don't give a fuck what she called her. Good luck. Maybe a mixture of both.
Yeah, I agree.
But it did surprise me in the support that I did get from my upper level management. Like, I was almost prepared to, like, you know what I'm saying? You know how you prepare yourself to go off?
Yeah.
I was prepared for it. That they almost took me off guard when they was like, "We're sorry." I said, "Huh?" I said, "What type of covert? Is this covert racism? What is happening?" Look, what is that? I was waiting for them to be like, "We talked to our guest." And I went to my store, man. I say, there's a lot of stuff I'll go with. Like, I play with these people and these I'll play. But what you cannot challenge me, I say, what are those things I don't play with is racism, sexism, homophobia, any of those. Those are my lines I don't cross. So those are what we can't. If we want to talk about being cheap, okay, fine, right? Yep. But when we start crossing them other lines, Nyambi got a fucking problem. And that's what I told my man. He's like, absolutely,
Nyambi.
Absolutely.
I got a problem too.
Do you know, like...
I got a fucking problem, Nyambi.
So I think it just surprised me. I think the bass of my voice changed, right? Everything. But it was just that first instant where I couldn't hold my peace. Because even when I have little fallouts with them, like, it never go to the point, like, you could tell the bass I put in my voice with that white woman. Like, even folks I rub wrong, it's like, I'm going to call corporate. Like,
call them.
Yeah.
My name is Nyambi.
And then you look, and usually after they call corporate, folks lose steam, right? So by the time they get to Dunkin' Donuts, they don't relax, right? But for somebody to just stop right in the middle, so they fucking tried me today. And then like, I didn't tell you the best part.
What?
That's when my supervisors really knew it was racism, because the white lady then was like, and then after I told her I didn't like her tone, she brung things up. Like, I got other things in the world to worry about instead of continue the conversation with me. I mean, just because ISIS had an attack on us, does that mean I can't care about my sheets? Yes, bitch. That is what I'm saying. That's what I wish I was in there. Yes, bitch. That is what I'm saying. Why would you even fix your mouth to say that? And I think that's what manager's like, oh.
Is your living
like it was one of them like, teachable moments when when another white person gets it back to be like, because even when my manager, because she's a little older than me, not long, but we kind of in the same checkbox. And when she was even telling it to me, she was like, she asked me like, just because ISIS attacks, does that not mean I care about my sheets? And then the white girl was like, my supervisor, a little older than me, was like, I mean, but after I thought about it, like, yeah, you shouldn't care about sheets if people are being attacked by ISIS, right? Like, she had her own existential crisis, like, but you probably shouldn't care about the sheets. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And couldn't articulate that to her, like, that didn't come out good.
I'm dead. Somebody read me my eulogy.
And I think that's when they tied it together, like, yeah, I can see how this conversation didn't go well with Nyambi.
I'm dead.
But that's the shit we talking about when we dealing with white people. That's the privilege. That's the disconnect. And I want to be clear. I'm not talking about every single white person in the world. Like, I know we talk about crafty crackers, and I done said, my fair share of all types of shit, right? But we're not talking about we're talking about these certain populations, right? Because we even got some white folks who listen to us. What we talking about is your racist ass auntie, mama, and grandma. Yep. Or we talking about the people who are offended. So if you hear it and when I say these things, you offended, we talking about you probably, yep. Right? So I also wanted to make that clear in Black Love. We ain't talking about every single white person. There's a few Tommies out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's a few woke whites, right? I understand that. I respect that. I understand that. But it's that shit. Bitch, people die. People have died, and you talking about your sheets. Shit. And your cheap sheets, that ain't even no good shit. Because I love a good sheet, too. But honestly, I ain't got not one of them sheets from none of that store.
Shit. I'm afraid to go to New York for this marathon.
Come on. It's going to be serious, right? But that white woman said that shit from her mouth.
I know she did.
I mean, just because ISIS, and mind you, it's ISIS. It's not terrorist attack, right? Because I wouldn't just be like, oh, see, that's why I couldn't been in the conversation. Because if she was been like ISIS, I'd be like, or an old white man in Vegas.
Is your living in vain?
He's considered a terrorist too. Like, or yeah. It's probably who you married to. Look who you married to.
No, baby, he's a lone wolf. Get it right. He's a lone wolf.
But that's where they're at. Like, what do you think about? Like, I know that's petty, but I'm sure in 5 days I'm gonna forget about it. But just that whole process and that conversation was like, that's what triggered me the most. Is when they came to me and she said that, like, bitch, this shouldn't matter. This shouldn't upset you that much. But I don't know. What's your thoughts in here? Or do I just be on 10?
No, you're not on 10. The thing is, when you're in white-ass New England, racism comes out every way. Yeah. Every which way. And the thing is, as Black Friday starts to ramp up, you're going to probably run into more situations like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's what I've been thinking. I meant to actually tell my store managers that, like, I don't know how many women of color y'all had up front, but I guarantee you the complaints are going to increase.
They're going to increase.
Just because of me, just because of my skin, just because the way I talk.
Yes. Excuse me, ma'am. We have a line. Get in line. I will point you out to which one to go to. Ma'am. Ma'am.
I don't clap.
Get your ass over here.
I don't do all that.
Ma'am. She just said it condescending. I don't like her tone. Ma'am. Get your ass over here.
Get your dumb ass over here. That's what they hear. Get your dumb ass over here. I mean, that's what I'm saying inside, but I'm not saying it outside. Like, I almost wanted to go to them to be like, I want you to understand that you probably going to receive more complaints about me just because I'm a black woman. Yep. Period. Just the statistics. Like, I wish, look, I'm always researching, ain't I? Like, I wish we can pull the statistics on that to see which folks get, like, the most complaints, customer complaints compared to compliments across the board.
It kind of reminds me of that white boy when he used to work at a department store where he used to tell the employees that they have too much salt to take or their feet fat as hell.
When I was in grad school, I used to work in another department store. This one a little more higher end than where I'm at now. Like, it's ones where you wear fancier clothes. And I worked in it. Now, y'all be done live some life. One day, I'll have to tell y'all about some more lives I lived. I used to work in the shoe department. In the shoe department, we make commission. So it was good to be, you know, a grad student working up in there because not only you get your hourly, you hustle them shoes right? You can get an extra to all of it was $800, right? And so I worked with this older white man. I shout out to him. We got to tell the whole story on him one day. But it'd be these women who come in there. And you kind of, over time, you build up kind of your own sheet, right? Your crew of people who come in, they looking for you, right? Because you treat them right, all that good stuff. He used to have this following of women, and they used to come in every week, and he used to read their ass for filth. They'll try on shoes and be like, how do you think that look? He'd be like, well, that your foot is a little thick to go into that. God damn. That ain't even the worst. At first, when he first said it, he stopped me in my foot straps. I said, did he just tell? And I'm waiting for the cuss out to proceed, right? Yeah. I said, did he just tell this woman who about to spend a few $100s on this shoe that her foot is too thick? And it's a way to say politely, like, I don't think that shoes fits for you. Maybe your arch is too high. Like, I'll say some shit like that, right? But he said, your foot is too thick. What happened was one woman, y'all know those, like, I guess for the gentleman I have to describe, delicate shoes are in. So very minimalist shoes. So meaning shoes with just one strap across the toe and one strap across the ankle.
That ballerina shit?
I guess. It's kind of like ballerina. But ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. So it's very minimalist. So just a little strap, just very thin. Kim Kardashian wears it a lot. It's a sharp look. It's very clean. One woman came up in there. And she was like, I want this shoe. And he pointed to it. This shoe, a few $100s. He was like, are you sure you want that shoe? And she said, yes, I'll take the shoe. He said, all right, then. He mumbled something. He said, we'll see how this one goes. And he came out and he put the shoe on her. And she was like, something just don't look right. He was like, your foot is so thick that it just don't look right in it. Sir? And her, what do you mean? Yo, it's just too much. He said it. I thought he was black. He said it's just too much meat around the ankle. I said, did he call this woman foot meat? He said it was just too much. I said, it's too much meat around the ankle, around the tip of the toe. And she was like, well, what can I do to fit in it? He was like, maybe you should cut back on some of that salt. It looked like you swollen or some shit. He told her to cut back on the goddamn salt. Was
the manager called?
No. Oh. And they said, you think if I cut back on the salt, I can wear the shoe? And he's like, yeah, cut back on that salt because that meat, that thickness of that meat around the ankle and how it's on the tip of your foot is just so thick.
It looked like a case of sausages.
Yeah, he said it's just thick, like it's about to explode. I said, God damn. And they was like, yeah. And do you know them bitches bought them shoes? It's like, yeah, I'm going to cut back on my salt so I can wear it. Bitch, you have to cut your whole foot off to look right in that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, no one ever challenged him on, like, sexism or being insensitive. He told these women that your feet too thick and you need to cut back on that salt because it's swollen. He also told them about them bracelets and them rings. Because they come, so after you go get your shoes, you go get your jewelry, right? And they be trying to squeeze on them jewelry. He be like, it's too much water on your wrist. Not one complaint.
It's not enough water weight in the world.
It ain't enough water pills in the world. Pull that water. But he told them bitches that they had thick feet, thick ankles, and they should cut back on the salt. So you're basically telling them they hypertensive. What are you telling them? But with all that said, not one complaint.
Nope.
Where absolutely, if somebody's telling me, maybe the thick, I might let that slide. But if he go into much detail as that, it's a fucking problem.
Historically, people of color usually have hypertension.
because of that voyage we took. We had to retain salt, honey. We had to retain them electrolytes, so we gonna pass out. You see what happened to Wendy?
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm still doing my check-in.
Okay.
On a more positive note, y'all. So y'all keep me prayed up at this bot store, especially this holiday season. I was trying to be out of there by Black Friday, at latest the first of the year. So y'all just keep me prayed up. The motherfucking Lion King.
What?
Did Liam just break out in his African? How long you been practicing that? Why do you know that?
Because that movie is dope.
It's just ingrained in your spirit.
Yes. I watched the movie. I done been to the plays. I done seen it on Broadway.
I'm lit. I don't even really know what this is.
I done seen it in Toronto.
Is this a reenactment? What is this? Is this like the Jungle Book?
It's live action.
Oh, it's gonna be on TV?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have did my research.
This is a movie, baby. This is live action.
Beyonce just told me she was gonna be there.
It's gonna be real lions and shit.
And now I don't know about that. Nero, slow your roll. Okay. It's gonna be some animatronics.
It's gonna be some CGI animals.
Okay, thank you, Nero. You lying again, just like Isaiah.
Well, it's CGI.
You just making up. You just doing what white people do, making up shit as they go.
It's CGI based off real animals.
Thank you.
Okay.
So shout out to the Lion Kings. All I know is I'm going to be ready in 2019. What year is we in now?
2017.
Oh, okay. So another year.
We only got 8 more weeks.
Well, don't do that. But anywho, the Lion King is coming, and Beyonce told me, and she gonna be Nala. And what's his name? Danny Glover.
Childish Gambino.
Oh wait, no, that's Color Purple. What was it?
I don't know.
Danny Glover is Mister from Color Purple. It's like, no, I'm too old.
Donald Glover. Baby.
Donald Glover is gonna be Simba.
Or Childish Gambino.
He don't want to be childish no more. Childish Gambino. He said he is
he
a thespian, and he is Donald Glover.
Oh,
but I'm excited. He kind of looked like Simba. My what? You don't get that? Yeah, you do. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Come on.
And then we got who I like to say who my granddad is. He reminds me of my grandfather so much. Do you see it? James Earl Jones.
Arby's. We have
fucking Mufasa.
The original. The original Mufasa.
Come on. I want a career like James fucking Earl Jones and Cicely Tyson. They've been working for 80 years.
Arby's.
They've been working since they teens, and they both in their 80s, honey.
Every time I see his ass on an Arby's commercial or hear his voice.
Hear him, you mean?
I be like, this nigga is making money.
Come on, Darth Vader. Darth Vader. Since he did Darth Vader, has been a fucking rat.
I am your father. Come on, do I got the voice for that, y'all?
What?
Arby's. We have the meats.
Okay.
Who
else we got there?
Damn.
We got that other black guy who's an African guy. I really need to step up my African pronunciation. That's a goal for 2018.
Oh.
Was it Chidi?
I don't know.
The guy who playing Scar is a black. I'm trying to see what other movie he played in.
Oh.
Chidi Weetel E14.
You
know what I'm talking about?
He was on American Gangster.
Oh, that's too far back now. One of his brothers. Queen Alfre Woodard, Queen, John Oliver. He be trying to sneak in the crew.
Mm-hmm.
James Connie, Rafiki, Seth Rogen. They got the right one. Eric Andre. Who's this Florence Kasumba as Shinzi? I feel like that should have been Lupita. She got Lupita look, don't she?
Yeah, she got a little bit.
Who is this Keegan Michael? That looked like that should have been Peele.
That's Key and Peele, baby.
Oh!
He's Key.
You hear me? You hear me? He looked like him. Who was he? Kamari. Who was that? Who was Kamari?
Where you see Kamari?
That's the name of the character.
Oh, I don't know.
Kamari?
Maybe he's one of the hyenas. Let me see.
Oh, I don't like him. And then you got the two babies who's coming up. It looks like it's J.D. McCary, who is a young Simba, and Shindadi. I hope I'm saying her name right. Right, Joseph, who is playing a young Nala. Regardless, I know I'm playing and going back and forth, but this is going to be sickening. I'm excited for it. I know Beyonce ain't signed off on the deal without being part of the music. So I'm sure it's going to be streamed live from Tidal too. I would like the Lion King soundtrack. Featuring a trap beat. I hope Migos is on at least one song. Why'd they make Migos the hyenas? No. Okay. That's all I have. Anything else you have about Lion King?
Nope.
I'm excited about it.
I'm excited
and I'm curious to see how they're going to do it, too.
I'm trying to figure out who the hell is Kamari.
It's Kamari. Kamari.
I know. I'm looking at it now.
I don't know who Kamari is. It might be, maybe, since it's live action, they added something else to it.
Yeah.
But I don't know who this Kamari is. I know who Timon and Pumbaa is.
Yeah.
Rafiki. I don't know who Zuzu is. Shinzi.
Oh.
Well, who is Kamari?
Yo, Ed.
What?
So you remember the hyenas? It was like two and one, like Swahili.
Why? Pause. Why isn't Whoopi Goldberg in this?
I don't know.
Stop the fucking presses. I'm sorry, sis. Who is this? Florence Kasubi? Why isn't Whoopi?
I don't know.
I need. Can we get a Twitter petition? I need Queen Whoopi to be in this.
So you know how there was 3 hyenas. Like one was Sinji, one was Banzai, and the other name was Ed.
Yeah.
So they renamed Ed to Kamari.
Oh, because Ed wasn't rap type.
Yeah.
What? Why? I am upset. Why is not Queen Whoopi in this? Was she busy? That's the only thing. I wanted Whoopi to say no. I'm upset about that. Petty. Like, we never satisfied. What you think, Nero? I'm never satisfied.
Never satisfied.
Oh, I need Queen Whoopi on this. Sorry, sis. Who is this, Florence? I'm sorry, Florence. But I need Queen Whoopi to sit on that throne because she played the hell out of that, okay?
She sure did.
She did play the hell out of that, giggling and stuff. Mm-hmm. But lastly, more joy. What else brought me joy was that the 25 Days of Christmas schedule was released by ABC Family, currently known as Freeform. I love 25 Days of Christmas. I love all them whack-ass movies. I love Jack Frost, The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Year Without Santa. National Lampoon Christmas Vacation is by far the best motherfucking Christmas movie on earth.
Never seen it.
That's equivalent to Hocus Pocuses. If you have not seen the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, stop what the fuck you're doing. Go rent it. Go on YouTube. Do whatever the fuck you need to do because it is the shit. You hear me? I'll tell y'all my favorite part. The grandma little see now, right? And then they sitting down to pray at Christmas dinner, and they say, "Grandma, you want to pray?" Grandma stood up and started singing the national damn anthem. Dead to the motherfucking bed. Okay. But that just brought me joy. Mm-hmm. Niram, what's your check-in?
Well, first of all, I ain't never seen National Lampoon.
What? National, not the other National Lampoons. They'd be a little extra, but National Lampoon Christmas Vacation is hilarious.
Nope.
Hands fucking down hilarious.
So I don't know if anybody else has watched C-SPAN like I do. I guess, I'm turned 30, so, life is just out here, just getting old and shit. I'm sorry. You should see now. You're going to be trying to kill a fly or something. So, Facebook, Twitter, and Google testified in front of the Senate, and they was getting their ass about this Russian hacks and everything else like this. So, y'all stay woke on that. Stay abreast on that because a lot of things is going to start changing soon. If Facebook, Twitter, and Google don't have or, make changes with good faith, there will be some legislation to combat some of this stuff. And truth be told, it needs to be. Just on the fact that, Twitter, Facebook, and Google, they create the algorithms to, that denotes what's popular and things of that sort. So it is different. It's kind of their fault.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, I got that going on.
They got to be held some type of responsibility. They can't be all up in it. Everybody want to be a Negro till it's time to be a Negro.
Well, that's the thing, though. It was like, we are a tech company. We're not a media company, so we shouldn't have to follow like the media stuff. But the thing is, you created the algorithm that makes, that denotes something that's popular. Like, you just can't. You created the Facebook feed.
Yes, you did it. Yes.
It's just not like, even like Twitter. Like, you cannot find, if I post something right now on Facebook, my friends probably won't see it until like 2 hours from now.
Yeah.
So y'all did this. So y'all got to do something about that. Other than that, I brought me a little joy, man. Some new music came out.
A lot of good music done came out.
Big Crit jumped out with a double disc album, which is dope.
Big Crit is growing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's growing on me.
Migos dropped a song from Culture 2 called Motorsport, and it got Cardi B and Nicki Minaj on it.
How was that one?
The song is all right.
Yeah.
I feel like Cardi B's verse and Nicki's verse is better than Migos.
I mean, I don't know if Migos are lyricists.
No, they not, but
they more choruses. Like, they got banging chorus.
It was an all right song. It wasn't nothing to like cry home about.
It wasn't bad and bougie.
No. Chris Brown dropped 50 damn songs on the album.
What?
And then gave like a long ass list on things he want his listeners to go do. So he want everybody to go sign up for a free Spotify or Apple Music account and then just play his music on repeat over and over again.
He asked that?
Yes, on his Instagram.
What was a couple weeks ago? We were taking up for Chris, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he pulled shenanigans.
What else came out? Yo Gotti didn't drop the album.
That's the Rake It Up guy. He from that Tennessee.
Rake It Up, yeah, from Memphis.
Why can't he ever? Because I feel like he should be on the same level as Migos. I feel like he come out with the same type of hits they do. Not the same. The sound's different, but meaning I feel like every 2.5 years, Yo Gotti come out with a star. Because ain't he the one who did
Yo Gotti?
Didn't he do like 5-Star Chick and
5-Star Chick?
DM? Like, why can't?
It
why
goes
is he
down
not,
in DM.
Why he not transitioning?
I don't know. So he didn't drop another album. I talked about Big Crit, Ty Dolla $ign, 21 Savage, and Offset. And Metro Boomin dropped a mixtape.
Hold on, who? There's a lot of those.
21 Savage.
The one with the knife. It's a knife.
Yeah. Offset from the Migos.
It's Cardi B husband.
If Young Metro don't search you, we gonna shoot you.
I don't know who that is.
He's the beat maker.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Okay. So we got that. What else came out? Future and Young Thug dropped the album together.
Why?
I don't know.
Young Thug. I confuse Young Thug and Uzi Vert. Young Thug is the one who dressed up in the purple garment.
Yes.
Gotcha. Uzi Vert is who wear blouses.
What?
Uzi Vert wear blouses. Remember they was coming clowning him about them blouses, and he said, "This is couture."
Yes.
I was with sis on that. This is couture. You niggas don't know about couture.
Young Jordan dropped the album.
I like Young Dro too.
You know what? I ain't heard this name in a long time. Lil Flip.
Oh, check on it, Beyonce.
Yes.
He back at it? Huh?
He back at it again.
I don't know if I would get that one.
And I got something that's gonna bring you joy, baby. Are you ready?
Yes.
Hold on to your seat.
Yes.
Fantasia is has dropped a Christmas album.
Stop the damn presses. Go ahead and free yourself, Fantasia Barrina.
She dropped a Christmas album.
And a Christmas album?
A Christmas album. Yes. And I know it's not Christmas yet, so I'm not gonna play you no songs.
I love Christmas music. I love Black Christmas music. Actually, no, I love all Christmas music.
You ready for some of the songs?
Yes.
Track 1, This Christmas.
Done. Black by Fantasia?
Yes.
Come on, Donny Hathaway. Out of respect as an African-American soul singer, or actually anyone African-American diaspora, if you do a Christmas album, you have to add This Christmas to it out of respect for Donny Hathaway.
You ready for the next one?
What?
Santa Claus.
Where?
Go straight to the ghetto.
To the mother. Which one? Snoop Dogg or James Brown?
James Brown.
Got to be more careful. Come on.
The snow is falling.
Yes.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I love Baby, It's Cold Outside. Come on, Eartha.
Guess who's doing the male version?
Who?
Guess who's doing the
Who?
CeeLo Green.
Yes. It could only be CeeLo or Anthony Hamilton. If it was CeeLo or Anthony Hamilton, send the motherfucker back. Next.
What else is this? Chestnuts Roasting.
On an Open Fire. Nat King Cole. Yep, I know that.
Give Me Love on Christmas Day.
Yes. A love song.
Merry Christmas, Baby.
Oh, Merry Christmas, baby. Hey, and Happy New Year.
Silent Night.
Oh, well, that's the Hallelujah. Silent Night made me cry. The right person seen it. When Whitney Houston version of Silent Night.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Have yourself. Ooh, I get the tingles thinking about it.
What are you doing for New Year's Eve? I never heard of that.
You do know that one. When you hear it, you'll hear it.
In the wee small hours of the morning.
Come on. What's her Jesus song? What's going on?
Hallelujah.
There it goes. Oh, the Hallelujah when she. This is going to be a word. I suggest you all. What's the name of the CD?
Midnight After Christmas. Or something
Midnight After Christmas by Fantasia. I haven't listened to it personally, but guess what? I know it's going to be the shit, and I will be starting when I start November.
The day after Thanksgiving.
The day after Thanksgiving. I don't know what day after Thanksgiving is, but that's when I start my Christmas music, and I don't stop to Black History Month.
Y'all pray for me.
Last year I started in November 1st.
So y'all don't, maybe y'all know and don't know this. I hate Christmas music. I hate Christmas.
Jesus. We're going to have don't worry, we're going to have an episode on it, y'all.
They stole my joy.
We're going to have an episode on it, don't worry.
But I really don't like Christmas.
And I love it.
I don't care for it. I don't care for the music. Mm-hmm. I really don't even believe in the story. Mm-hmm. So I'm really not for any of that.
Watch it, Niram. Hey. Niram is playing.
No, I'm for real.
I know you for real, but you tip tapping.
No, like I just don't believe in the story. Like, so
that don't have nothing to do with this Christmas. And that bomb beat. You know who else got a good version of This Christmas? Who? Drew Hill.
You know what's the most saddest Christmas song?
What?
Mary, did you know your baby boy.
You know what I was going to say?
God
the saddest
damn.
Christmas song, I think, is What Do the Lonely Do on Christmas? What
No.
do the lonely do?
Mary, Did You Know it's more sadder than that.
Really?
I just want to kill myself when I hear Mary, Did You Know.
Mary, Did You Know it's not a sad song. It's a powerful song.
It's sad as fuck.
Oh, Lord. Well, anyway, come on, Neron. We got plenty of time to talk about Christmas songs.
So I seen that and I was like, oh, this is going to get Nyambi-ass joy.
It did. That's what going to be my weekend listening. I can't listen to it out loud on the speakers until after Thanksgiving, but it will be in my earplugs.
Yes, you better do that. Or, Nyambi has to play it. One day, Nyambi was playing Christmas music in the middle of July. In the summer. Like, she was taking a shower and just singing. I said, what the fuck are you doing?
I love Christmas.
You just going to ruin my birthday weekend like this by playing?
Come on, Neil. Come on.
Other than that, I just got a busy week, Near I'm out here with these 3 jobs and shit, 2 jobs and shit, working and shit.
Yes.
Applying for the other jobs and things of that sort. So, y'all just keep me left there. I'm trying to, once you get like a new job, you trying to figure out like how to balance everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
So, I'm trying to figure that out. So I just added more things on my plate and, we're going to see how that works out.
It will.
Yeah.
All right. Some pillow talk now.
Yeah.
So I'll start. I kind of didn't want to do this story, but I know that I'm obligated to do it. So hopefully by now y'all heard at the University of Hartford, this freshman was expelled after being accused of rubbing used tampons on a black roommate's bed and contaminating her living space.
What now? Tampons?
I'm going to go through it.
Spitting in her coconut oil.
I know.
Sticking her toothbrush up her ass.
Oh, my God. I know. It's awful. But what we tell y'all about white-ass New England? What did we tell y'all about white-ass New England? And what did we tell y'all about these universities out here? Did we lie? Where's the lie? So I give y'all a little feedback more on the story. And then once we do that, we'll have a discussion about it. So what happened was that I want to find the person's name. University President Woodward released a statement Wednesday afternoon saying that as of this morning, this person is no longer a student at the University of Hartford. She will not be returning to the institution. There has been an outpouring of concern for the victim for these acts from across the university and the country. In my meeting with her yesterday, I reiterated the personal commitment to ensure that she has all available personal and academic resources the university can reply. So the backstory is a white University of Hartford freshman who apparently is nasty and is just dirty as they come was arrested after weeks of systematically contaminating her black roommate's living space in an effort to get her to move out. This person was arrested last Saturday and has facing charges of 3rd-degree criminal mischief and 2nd-degree breach of peace. What happens was the Brown student, her name is Chanel Jazzy Rowe, is also a freshman at University in Hartford, said from the beginning she got a bad vibe from the roommate. What Jazzy said is, I felt unwanted, and she was just giving off bad vibes, right? And when Jazzy went to the girl, she asked if she was moving out, and she simply said, yep. And then she made a face, and then she went up to, then the white girl kind of went to her phone and started texting, Rowe thought, but she didn't. It wasn't the case. What came out was that this white girl went on her Instagram and basically admitted to all this shit. And the Instagram post reads, finally did it. Your girl got rid of her roommate. After a month and a half of spitting in her coconut oil, putting moldy clam dip in her lotions, rubbing used tampons on her backpack, and putting her toothbrush places where the sun don't shine, and much more, I can finally say goodbye, Jamaican Barbie. The white girl wrote on the photos. And then also the brown girl Jazzy went and said that she went to like University Health Services and was sick and couldn't figure out why she was sick. Only thing the doctors were saying, like, it just seems like you have a bad bacterial infection, and just giving her antibiotics. And originally, when the brown girl Jazzy went to the university, she was asked to sign a no contact agreement, meaning that she would have no communication with her other roommate. Jazzy said that the school threatened to remove her from campus if she was caught talking about what happened to her. But Jazz refused to be silenced, with increasingly frustrating on how she was being treated, not only by her roommate, but apparently by the school. Rowe took to Facebook Live detailing her horrific story in a lengthy video, and everything went viral. And as we've told you about these PWIs, they backtrack. And as I told y'all once, and I'm going to tell you again, universities would rather pay you than do right. So, Jazzy, sis, I hope you got your lawsuit. I hope you got your lawyer lined up to sue the fuck out of not only them, not only the university, but also this white girl. Nero. What Nyambi got to say is this shit not new. I'm sad to say that Jazzy's story, I'm sure it's not, she ain't the first and she ain't going to be the last.
Nope.
And these are the things that happen. And it's absolutely disgusting and ridiculous. And I'm trying to see how deep to go because I got two sides of the story. So I got the university infrastructure and what happened in the situation. And then also I have kind of another aspect of it I want to go into, which is why I didn't share the white girl's name, right? I'm not trying to give her space, right? But you can't tell me Jazzy, this brown girl, didn't go to nobody else at this university and say what was happening. And no one was an advocate enough to say, sis, this here ain't cool. And we need to go directly to the director of housing and have you moved immediately.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, where was her parents at?
I mean, it depends if she was a first-year student. Her parents don't know what to do. And then also, you know, as a parent, if you don't know the inner structure of a university, you don't think that type of stuff would happen, right? You would think, okay, maybe even if the girl racist, right? Yeah. You think they ain't talking to her, right? Maybe giving dirty looks, maybe calling some names. And mind you, that's not right either, right? But that's what you're thinking. Like, well, just take it. Yeah, if you can just take it for a few more months, you'll be home for Thanksgiving and Christmas. That type of stuff, right? It'll make you stronger. Just be with your, you know, you're not thinking that kids would do some, apparently supposed to be smart, educated kids would do something so unsafe. So yes, what she did was racist and all that stuff, but you're putting this woman's health at danger. Sis, this is her health. We're not talking about feelings no more. And I know words mean things and feelings cool. Feelings heal. But health, what Corey say, health is wealth. You can't be introducing all types of nasty ass bacteria. You know what I'm saying? This is different level shit here. And like I said, a lot of other people said, everyone who's seen that white woman Instagram post a tweet should have been said something. Yeah. Anyone who's seen it, liked it, and didn't do shit, they should be right behind her and indicted too. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So that's the sad part I have to say is, as a higher ed professional, this don't surprise me. It happens. A previous life, I worked in housing. Yeah. I was an RA higher up, and it happens across the board. And believe it or not, this idea of doing shit to folks shampoo and that ain't new shit. Nope. And I don't know why everybody that's what I'm talking about. Higher ed as a bubble. All this shit she put out there, you know, sticking the toothpaste in the like, that's ridiculous, right? But sorry to say, that ain't new shit. Nope. And folks been there, done it, and done did it twice, right? I remember being undergrad and somebody put Nair in somebody's lotion and their hair came out. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Come on. This is when I tell you. And I'm sure some older folks who came before us got worse stories than this, right? So again, the problem is the system of higher education is fucked up, right? They gave the space for this even to happen and go on this long. I know white privilege in this woman, right? But it's something about the space in higher ed for someone even to let this go.
My question is, if the roles were reversed, and the black girl was doing this to the white girl, the black girl would have been swept up, been in jail, would have had, you know, mug shots and all types of other bullshit.
Pause. If the tables were turned and a white girl came and complained about living with the black girl, the white girl wouldn't even be living with her anymore. We wouldn't have got this far. Sure. Come on. Next question. Why did it take so long for her to get moved?
Because.
Do you see what I'm saying, though? I see what you're saying. It wouldn't even got that far because somebody would have been moved by now.
True.
So it ain't no role reversal. Come on, Niram, your other thoughts. Come on, Niram.
I think it's fucked up.
It's horrible.
It is horrible.
Could you imagine being her mama? Oh, I've been cussed out. Oh my god.
And even in the Facebook video, because I watched that movie, it's like an hour and a half long. Like she's still like sick, so she like still sniffling and coughing and shit.
Oh, she's going to be sick for a while.
Shit.
All them dirty ass germs.
Boo boo germs.
Boo boo germs is serious.
God damn. Jesus.
And imagine, I feel like I would get sicker now knowing what it is. Now knowing what it is, right? Don't you feel like you would get sicker?
Right. All that fecal matter. Oh my God. She probably got cholera or something.
She got something.
Is that the one?
Sis, I'm going to pull you aside just like the other folks. Then get you a lawyer.
Cholera.
Get you a lawyer and start suing asses.
think Sarah might have cholera. Is that the one with the boo boo?
I guess I don't know.
Diarrhea.
Okay, Near. We don't need to. Near, I'm focused.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But sis, get a lawyer, sue the fuck out of them, and I would transfer universities.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of there. Do an upgrade, sis. See what Yale doing.
Yep, go right down the street.
Come on, get an upgrade.
Yeah.
You don't got nothing else about it?
It's you took all the words out of my mouth.
I'm sorry. I tried not
to. It's really fucked up. This is a fucked up situation. Like I said, if the roles were reversed, it would either been more severe repercussions if it went down this far. So that's a problem in itself, and it's just nasty as fuck.
Yeah,
that's nasty as hell.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
First of all, spitting in my coconut oil, bitch.
Oh my god!
Don't you touch my coconut, motherfucker.
Yeah. In that Jamaican Barbie type shit.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Old girl might not even be Jamaican.
Come on.
This racist bullshit.
It is.
Where the hell does moldy ass clam dip come from?
I don't know what.
Put it in my lotion.
About. And then what the white girl come later and said, I might have made it. And she might have made it up, but you got to watch what the fuck you say.
No, she said that shit. She did it.
Yeah. So, my thoughts go out to sis. Stay strong, but what you got to do is get that degree, sis.
Oh, they updates. They pressing her charges for hate crime.
Oh yeah, they should. I mean, that's what that don't surprise me. But that's why that's New England.
Yep.
So yeah, it's media exposure. University of Hartford look bad. Their leadership looks bad. A few people probably gonna get fired and demoted. And of course, it's pressure. That's what we say covert about New England.
Yep.
If it wasn't no pressure, this shit wouldn't have happened.
Nope.
Because they don't want to look bad.
Mm-mm.
New England don't like to be associated with racism and all that stuff. They don't want that.
Right.
So instead of saying that, you say, oh, we prosecute them to the highest degree, right?
Right.
We white savior.
Mm-hmm.
That don't surprise me. And I hope the University of Hartford students use this as their platform to talk about other injustices that's happening on campus.
Yeah, I think in one of her interviews, she had a Black Lives Matter hoodie on.
So it's ridiculous. It's disgusting. I'm sorry that this happened.
And then, the other thing is her ass going to Student Health Services, and they just talking about just go take a couple of days off and shit.
Oh, my God. We getting so you're talking about incompetence now, honey.
Like,
We're talking about different topics.
Oh, you just got a bacteria infection here.
Take some antibiotics.
Take
a Z-Pack.
Right. Not even the good shit.
Yeah.
If they had it.
But the thing is, okay, the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
well, you keep coming back.
That's completely acceptable.
Ain't nobody doing a blood draw.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The first time, that's completely acceptable, right? It's college, it's brand new, it's new area, close quarters. I ain't getting them on it. I say that is a good precaution.
Yeah.
But sis come back 2, 3, 4 times. If we can't help you, sis, you need to go down the street to the hospital. We can't help you.
Fuck around and get MRSA. Okay. You can't put no hospital. You can't put that expensive ass university medicine on her student account.
No. I don't know.
You can't put Hartford Hospital on her student account. That shit expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Especially out there near West Hartford and shit.
I'm sure.
Ugh.
Well, again, this is horrible. Sis, help you use this as your platform to skyrocket you to places you've never been, never thought you could be, and where you need to belong. So, and I hope you get better too. Like, health is wealth. Forget the other shit. Get better, sis. We need you at 100%, right? Mm-hmm. And even how do you think she's even navigating mentally?
My thing is that fucked up her whole college experience.
Absolutely, I don't know.
Because the first semester,
it makes it.
The first semester makes or break your ass.
It sets a tone.
Hell, you can get a 4.0 that first semester and get a 1.2, and that 4.0 to keep your ass afloat.
It's still a 3. Come on.
But fuck around and get a 1.2 that first semester.
You can get as many 4.0s
and then you get a 4.0 the next semester. That shit don't work. So it just shows you right there. That first semester is key.
Yeah. That's why I think she needs to. I would switch schools if I was her.
Yeah.
Hey, I think she need to get up on out of there. I actually probably would take next semester off and start fresh next fall. Yeah. Like I would take next semester off, get my health in order, do what I need to do, and then I would start in the fall.
Fuck that. I'm gonna live off my lawsuit money.
Now, I ain't say just because you go to a different school don't mean you can't continue that lawsuit, sis. You know what I'm saying? Like that's absolutely what I would do. And go from there and use this as her jumping stone to do greater things. The other piece that I wanted to talk about with this story is not really related to the story. It's more of a subset of it. So again, we're talking about this power of social media, right? So this event happened to this white girl and Jazzy. This is something that's going to be there forever. And what is like the impacts of that, right? What do you think about that? Like, I just thought that was just super. I don't know. Is this even Jazz? Like, I'm so happy she came forward and her story's out there, but it's there forever.
Forever. Every time
and is this something that she really wants to, like, you know what I'm saying? Both women, mind you, let's be clear. Now, Yambi don't got no sympathy for this white girl, right?
Right.
What she did what she did, and she has to take responsibility for that. Mm. But does she still got to take responsibility in 40 years? That's just stuff I think about. Like I said, it's separate, but it's still together. I just think about that because they're so young.
Yes.
That's why I say that, because they're babies. They 17, 18, 19.
Damn.
They got a lot of life to live.
Right.
And how do you how both of them move on from this? Mm-hmm. How do both of them move on for this? If we live in a society, right, where you get what happens to you and you're punished, right? Mm-hmm. And then after that punishment, you're supposed to be able to move on. Right. I don't know if it's no moving on.
Paying debt to society.
How do you move on from that?
You can't. It's hard.
Yeah.
This shit is
both of them. Yeah. I'm saying both of them.
Because this is national.
This is national
news. International news. And the thing about the news wire is that, once it's on, I think it was the Associated Press, it's a wrap because everybody picking it up from Associated Press. Mm-hmm. And publishing on it. So I see what you mean about.
I'm just curious about, like, I want to be clear. I don't have no sympathy for that white girl, but these two women are very, very young, and I would hope, I told you I'm on my Christian walk, that in 40 years this white woman have a come to Jesus moment to be like, what I did was fucked up.
Hopefully,
I'm remorseful for that, right? Mm-hmm. And she's still getting slapped for this 20, 30 years later. Is that right?
I don't know. I know where you're going with this. You're going like 4 agreements.
How
like
many times
you're gonna punish somebody
for one
action? If they've been punished once, you move on again.
Yeah. And is that a thing or is that not a thing? And I'm even saying punish for the brown girl too, right? Mm-hmm. And I know this is her story and she's a survivor and she's moving forward, but again, she has to live this.
Yeah. She's literally gonna be a butt of everybody's jokes.
She's living this, right?
Get it, but
stop. But she's living this too soon, Nero. Too soon. But she's both of them, I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I think that's where I get because they're just both so young.
I get it, babe.
And it's not that I wanted this story to be private. I don't think none of that should happen, right?
Yeah.
But I just battle with, like, ooh.
And I know where you're coming from with this, with the, everything going on. It really is something that as we move forward in this generation, we need to actually stop and think about, like, because the internet is forever.
It's forever.
Allegedly, it's forever. And it's hard to, get shit off once it's on there, especially when there's these news cycles and it's everywhere. Once it's on CNN, it's a wrap.
There forever. Think back to your 17, 18, 19-year-old shit stuff and the shit you did.
Yeah.
And if that was on the news or if that was still on the internet. Mm. Look, hell, 20-year-olds, 25-years-olds. Do you know? But and again, this case is more extreme. Like that white girl, it's no, sis. You got to go to jail. You got to fight some charges. Like you got to do that. But I just think, is this a story she's going to have to pay for the rest of her life from the age of 17, 18, 19?
True.
Jesus. And then even for the brown girl, for Jazzy, is this something that folks are always going to bring up and ask her?
Yeah.
Whew, that's heavy. You don't think that's heavy?
It is heavy.
And then that brings to that morality argument, right? Again, I'm not talking about white girl particular, but how many times can someone be punished for the same crime? And is that fair?
No. So
if you do a crime and you pay the time, or like she said, sis get felonies, pay her fees, she's sued, she's expelled from school, right? So what else is she supposed to?
Yeah.
Like, do we want her dead? Like, what?
You're just saying, like, yeah.
Shit.
After they did they quote unquote penance, like, how do they move on?
Yeah.
And I think, not just for the white girl, but just for, like, niggas in general, for life.
Yes.
Like, period.
Because I believe when people pay their time, when people have paid their time, be it jail or whatever it is, they should be able to move on and have a clean slate. I am a firm believer of that. Probably too much.
Yeah, you quick to forgive a nigga.
But no, if you paid your debt, you take responsibility, it's done. What's done is done. Life is too damn short. Mm-hmm. But in that story, I thought about that. And knowing that they're tied to, like, universities and social media. Yeah. And that's how this got out of here and how everyone's doing, like, the social media slant. And it's like, jeez.
And they coming for their ass. They coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody. I don't know. And then I want to flip it and say, what would your CNN headline say on your worst day? Come on.
I plead the fifth.
It's just something that I was reflecting on in this and thinking if we want to move forward, like I don't know if that's a rehabilitation environment. If anything, I think that's a make it worse. That's a fuck you environment. And if we thought we created a monster, wait till you see sis in 10 years.
Right.
Leading the woman's sector.
Well, it's called the 53%
of the clan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like what are we creating, right? Just like our brothers who are in jail. We're not rehabilitating them.
Nope.
We creating little monsters in there, right? And monsters meaning go out and do some crazy shit or to other people or themselves, right? I don't know. I'm big on healing. As you know, I'm in a healing space.
I see you, baby.
But Jazzy, we thinking for it, praying for you, sis. Get that education, but most importantly, get your money. And
get your money, sis.
Throw the fuck out of them.
Get your money, sis.
Yeah, throw the fuck out of them. I'm sorry. Now y'all be went on my little tangent.
What else we got?
Did that take you off guard? Why you say
Because I know how passionate you are about, education and when it comes to this type of stuff.
Yeah, and students. And really creating learning environments and teachable moments. This is a teachable moment.
It is.
But I don't know if anybody want to be taught.
Hell no.
See, that's something. That's the hypocrisy of higher ed. This is a teachable. This is a learning moment and experience, and ain't nobody learning shit.
But that's the thing about the education system, especially higher ed. Everything is so reactive.
Yes.
Everything is so reactive.
Yeah.
So now they just react.
Now they done ruined 2 families.
Yeah, if not more.
Come on.
What else
the next
we got?
one, Nero? Oh shit! I don't even. We can talk about this briefly. I don't know if my mind's in the right space. Can we do this and then go to something more happier?
Yes.
So it says 50% of white Americans believe whites face racial discrimination, which means 55% of white Americans are crazy. No, I'm just joking. Thoughts, Nero? Don't cry for me, Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
So this is the thing about this. This shit, it's stupid as fuck. Because how the fuck they gonna be like we face racial discrimination when they benefit for everything, even when it's when they benefit from shit that's supposed to help out the black people or just people of color, and they still benefit from welfare. Come on, affirmative action. White women benefit from that shit. Come on. What else you want to go? WIC?
Everything. You said
everything. Obamacare.
Yep.
I can't wait to use my Affordable Health Care Act. Motherfucker using that shit.
Yeah.
You using that shit. So, fuck them.
Yeah. Did you say that's it?
Yeah, fuck them.
I don't know. I don't have much to say about that. It don't surprise me again because it's privilege, from a privileged stance.
I even think about like Michigan, because Michigan took away, they got rid of the affirmative action in Michigan.
They did? Yeah. Oh, you mean, okay? I know what you're talking about now. I know you're talking about something else.
Yeah, they got rid of that affirmative action. It was during like when we was in undergrad, and they was pretty much they used one of those amendments.
University.
Yeah, and they used one of those amendments to be like, well, we just don't want to discriminate against white people.
Okay. The system.
Man, fuck them.
The system.
So you want some happier news, or you got something about this?
We're gonna let's keep rolling.
Okay. Well, more happier news. Barack Obama was called for jury duty.
Why is this happier news? What are you talking about? What's wrong with y'all niggas? Why don't y'all let Obama live?
Obama.
How do we know?
Because it's been all in CNN and shit.
Who told them? Harvey Levin?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Barack Obama has fulfilled his civic duty as a president. Now he has to come to another role, jury duty. So it was reported by CNN that CNN, he planned to serve as a juror during this case. One of the things was talking about, like, he's not the first president former president to like serve jury duty, like President George W. Bush.
What's near mine again?
George. I was about to say, ain't that nigga named George Washington Bush? Ain't that what the W stands for?
It might be. I don't know. Yeah.
George Washington Bush?
It might be, yeah.
With George W. Bush, he had to serve jury duty in Dallas, but he wasn't selected. Come to find out that Barack Obama gonna get paid $17.25 per day to serve.
And knowing Obama, he gonna donate it.
Yeah.
Too much.
Won't they just let his ass rest?
They won't let him. But speaking of the Obama, I'm sorry. You want to talk more
about
jury
that's
duty?
it. I just wanted to bring that
up.
But
I think jury duty is important. I never get picked.
Because you so woke. Your answers be so woke.
The thing is, I want to get picked. Put me on the jury. And they don't want to. I done got some I feel like in every state I've lived in, and they be like, thank you, ma'am. Candidate B3, exit. I'm like, and I'm always like the first 2 or 3.
Yes.
Can it, juror 3? Thank you.
Thank you. Go home.
It'd be like 9 a.m. I'm like, what? You know me, I done brought my book. I'm ready for the long haul.
You like, no, I want to be in this.
They be asking real, like, what? And they always ask, what's your level of education?
PhD.
What?
I'm getting one. Masters and above.
I thought I answered the questions good. Juror 3, 4, leave. I'm like, and so I think one time I looked like,
damn, I really wanted to be here.
I wanted to be there, but they quick to get me out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Which you say my answers be too woke? What about?
Yes.
Sometimes they don't even ask me questions. All they got is the preliminary question survey. You know the survey they have you fill out? Have you ever did jury duty?
No, I always get out of it.
Oh, so you don't even go to the court?
I don't even know what it looked like.
Oh, but like sometimes it's a survey, depending on what state you're in. It's like a little survey. They have like preliminary type stuff. And sometimes I don't even get to talk.
Based off your answers.
They're like, ma'am, no.
Have you ever had an encounter with a police officer?
Shut up. What are you trying to say here?
Yes.
Was it positive? No.
No. Have a good one, man. Goodbye. You still sitting here? Go.
Yeah, look, I would like to help.
No.
Could I sign up for jury?
No, go on. Go on now.
Would you think my answer? Would they think I'm gonna be too slanted?
Yeah.
But why ain't the other lawyer fighting for me? Because they were like, hell no. Hell to the no. That's like in the third Good Marshall movie. It's like, she gonna fight. And you right, I'm gonna be up in that bitch. And if I don't believe it happened, they're not getting Ayami to change their answer.
But if she believe it happened, she'll fuck around and argue everybody down.
Yeah.
He did this shit.
I said, it doesn't matter. We don't have to do a blind vote. I'm voting guilty. Or I'm voting innocent. We don't have to do it blind. Me, I'm the one. So I would do it. But I think it's my civic duty.
Well, Obama's serving his civic duty.
Hey, hold on. You got out of it.
I always get out of it.
What do you say? Like you in school?
Yeah.
Or you in a different state, you travel. Yeah, you can't say it. No, I be trying to break my neck to get to it. I was laughing with my mom last year. I guess the city of Detroit, y'all niggas ain't doing y'all civil duty. And they did, like, I think they had it where if y'all niggas didn't come to y'all duties, they was like gonna put bench warrants out for niggas. And I think the next week the bitch was full. Like it was nowhere to park. No one could park. People was running up in there. And I think my mom was a part of that crew. She's like, what the fuck is going on? Where am I supposed to be? It wasn't nowhere to like stand or sit. Because they had times where they didn't have enough people to even put together a jury. Because niggas was like, just like they ain't paying their water bills, they was like, I'm not going to jury duty. And I didn't know you can get a bench warrant for not serving jury duty.
Yeah.
A bench warrant? Like I know they can give you citations and stuff, but a damn. So you gonna take me to jail?
Yeah.
Only in where? I'm gonna have to have my mom call in and tell that story. Mom, if you listen, call our number and tell about when you went to go serve jury duty. Yeah. And then by chance, when you got your jury summons, it was right when it was on the news that it went out that if you don't go serve, you get bench warrants. Shout out to Detroit people. Y'all remember that?
Don't call our phone. Don't call our real phone.
Yo, call the black.
Call the podcast phone number. The 508 number.
Yeah, call that and tell that story. Right. Also about the Obamas. I don't know if you got this. They got an Obama summit that's happening. I think it was this past weekend in Chicago. And it was like this whole leadership summit that you had to apply for and get there. And the Obamas did it. And, you know, old Chance the Rapper doing his rap trap gospel. Like it was all there. It's one of my goals. I think I'm going to apply next year.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna submit Black Love Matter. I think we say nigga too much for the Obamas. We're sorry.
Yeah.
We don't mean it like that. Like we said, we mean niggas as a term of endearment, and we don't think all white people are crafty. Just the crafty ones. Come on, what's the next door? Why you what? I'm only talking to the crafty ones. Just like all black people ain't niggas. Just the niggas are.
Just the niggas. And all of them ain't crafty, except for the crafty ones. Well, let's talk about your favorite artist.
She used to be one of my favorite artists.
Chrisette Michele.
She used to be one of my favorite artists back in like high school and undergrad.
I know. I've taken you to a couple Chrisette Michele concerts.
Sis is sickening.
It was outside. It was. I think we had a picnic. It was very romantic. I sung to you.
Yeah.
So she's back in the news again.
She really hurt my feelings because I really couldn't support this. Like, I really had to give Chrisette some space. Like, I wasn't one of them people who was slim. People was tearing her to the ground. I don't know why people was doing all that. Again, that's about how many times you're going to beat somebody up with the same, crime. But I just chose not to support her financially, and that was it. But
so she was on the Breakfast Club, and,
why she go there?
She's talking about, that her biggest regret was she regret everything that happened, and she think this was a bad choice.
Okay. Why didn't she didn't have to go to the Breakfast Club to say that.
Yeah.
She could have just put that on Instagram, said that other foolishness. Go ahead, next.
So she was talking about all the other stuff, and then she really didn't get paid that much. She only got paid like $250,000 to do that shit.
Listen, broke nigga, what? Hell, that matter.
Oh, okay.
Live from the inauguration, Black Love Matters.
Nope. Not near.
For a fucking $250,000?
Not near.
All right.
Not near.
You're right. I couldn't have did it either. I mean, I would have held the check, and then I would have said no, thank you. I would have held the check and dreamed of all the things I could do.
Yeah.
And said no, thank you. You're right. I don't think I could have did it either.
But they was having this conversation about how bad President Trump is and blah blah blah, and there's like and like Charlamagne was just like, well, we told you like it was a bad idea when we heard like we told you. Yeah. Like I think like Questlove was like, I'll pay you not to. Yeah. Because after that, like people can't fuck with her.
No, and then, hard. It's hard to. Yeah.
So like the label dropped her concert series got stopped.
Why didn't she run that shit by her label? Like this is just common sense shit. I thought her label was pushing her to do it.
You know what? And this goes against like everything. Like, why would you do something that goes against like the people who follow you?
Your core audience.
Like your core audience.
Absolutely.
Like even Tina. Like why nobody knew that she voted for Trump? Why the fuck she had to go out there and do it? Now her ass.
Gotta stop that tour. Honey.
That tour didn't got stopped.
And Tina can sing. Mm-hmm. Tina and Chrisette can sing. They're talented.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I was playing like $250,000, but yeah, like I said, I would have held the check and be like, Jesus, no. Mm-hmm. I said, no, thank you. Like, it just, not the way that Donald Trump, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a Mitt Romney, but Donald Trump's, as crazy as he's talking, like, she can't even be like, like, I'm thinking of other candidates. So, Baby Bush, Mitt Romney, they never came up talking crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, saying, I hate Mexicans, build a wall. Like, they're very just conservative Republicans. Like, that's different. I almost could swallow that a little bit more because I think a lot of black people are closeted Republicans and just don't know that.
If it wasn't for the racism.
Right? But Donald Trump, who's explicitly talked crazy about women, brown people, every audience except white men? Mm-hmm. Really, sis?
Yeah. That's a good move.
Come on.
And now she's feeling regretful. And,
she should have did that the night after. She should be like, I had convulsions.
We need to put her on a sick and shut in list.
This is just a sick and shut in.
We need to put her on sick and shut in. And I know this is a tangent, but we also need to put Tyrese ass on the sick and shut in.
Jesus! What the hell is going on with Tyrese?
I don't know what's going on. Tyrese is somebody need to check in on that nigga.
The thing is, Tyrese is either having a mental break or he is on
he's either on one or he about to have a fucking mental breakdown.
He done had it.
His ass need to be on suicide watch.
Yeah.
Because like the shit that was going on with him and The Rock.
Let's talk about mental health in the African American male community real quick.
Like that Rock shit, and then like this whole stuff that's going on with this custody battle
with his daughter. Yeah. But y'all, I don't know if y'all understand. So of course we had the Rock stuff where he was kind of coming for clapping with the Rock. Honestly, when he first did that, I thought it was a joke. Mm-hmm. Like, you know how you be like clapping at your friend and being like, oh, he on it, don't y'all do it. Like, I thought the Rock gonna be like, yeah, don't y'all do it, ha ha ha. Yeah. No, big ups, we're excited for you. Like, I thought that's how it was going to end. Mm-hmm. But it did it. No. It looked like Tyrese was for real. And The Rock was like, you're not getting in the way of this white money.
No.
Bow down. I just got this new brown baby and this wife. Back up.
Back the fuck off me.
But so fine. Even that I can take because that's just sometimes you be feeling yourself. I don't know what Tyrese's sign is. It sounds Scorpio-ish. Maybe he was just in his feelings, right? Mm-hmm. Just alpha male type shit, just being boastful. Yeah. But this stuff going on with his daughter though?
Yeah.
This is other shit. This is different. Right? If you beef out with The Rock, you can work again. Like, you can find another shot. Okay. Right? But this is serious allegations. Like, he could lose his daughter. He's already kind of lost, like, with his ex-wife. Like, it's something going on here. And not only that, y'all, what I'm saying, he on the sick and shut in, and we got to really talk about this mental health in the black male community is, again, here we go with social media. Was it a YouTube or Facebook or Instagram? One of them lives. And first he started off in his very Tyrese preachy, condescending, that type of thing. And I was like, here this nigga go.
They always trying to take the black man down.
But something clicked. And he just broke down.
Start busting down and crying.
And it ain't no wrong with crying, right? Yeah. I'm not saying the fact that he's crying, that's not what I'm talking about. It's just the way in which he broke down crying with kind of no build up to it.
Yeah.
And like to the point where like Von Zant crying. Like, it reminded me of that man that was on there who just...
Oh, bye!
And you're like, wait. How did we get here, right? Yeah. Like, what are these bottled up tears? Like, what happened? Yeah. And he was saying, like, how he didn't lose his daughter and all this stuff. Like, it's some other shit
going on with Tyrese. It's a lot of shit going on, from him talking about he about to make this rap album and it's going to have the soul of Pac, the essence of Biggie, and shit like that. And, like, Dame Dash talking about he going to co-sign it, to this rock shit, to him flying planes and shit over his daughter's school, sending edible arrangements and shit. I knew
something was wrong. Who sends a 10-year-old an edible arrangement?
I don't know.
The girl is humiliated.
Shit, I didn't even like it when she was 25.
I don't want no damn edible arrangement, all that fruit, all them melons. But like I said, it's something wrong. He's either on some type of drug or have had a mental break.
Yes.
And now it makes me think broader, like, okay, well, Tyrese, maybe they don't want you around the daughter because something is
wrong.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and no shade about that comment at all. Yeah. But if it's something going on, it's not safe for you to be around your daughter right now, right?
He needs to go on for a 72-hour check-in.
So that's it. And not that you can't ever be back around your daughter, but as the mom, it is my priority to keep my child safe. And if I feel as if you're unstable, you can't do it. But, Nero, this is your population. So as a black man, what do you see? Where his friend? Oh, you know what got me? He was saying he ain't where his friends.
All his billionaire ain't nobody friends.
Checking
ain't nobody checking in on his ass. That show you how Hollywood gets your ass,
don't it?
I don't know.
It's it's that empathy that pops out from me, but also that common sense to be like, oh, maybe his ex had something to this. Like, it's like Tyrese. Like, I want to pull him aside to be like, beloved, you can't take care of nobody or love nobody until you love yourself. So let's get Tyrese back to 100. Let's get you 100 mentally, physically, emotionally. And then let's, then go gather your daughter and love on her and take care of her. The best love you can give your daughter is to love you right now. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like that's the type of conversation I want to have with him.
Right.
So let's get that in order, and then let's go do this over there.
Yeah. Well, I can tell Tyrese ain't got no real friends because ain't nobody that went over there and took his damn phone away.
What you mean take his phone? Disconnect the internet.
Something.
Cut all the routers.
Because I swear to God, Naomi get up in there. I'm like, give me this goddamn phone.
Give me the router. Disconnect all this. Like somebody, where his mama, his sister.
No Wi-Fi.
Stop for a moment. Mm-hmm. So yeah, because at first I also had a completely different view of this story till I seen him. Like, at first I was like, what the hell? And then I went to like, oh, he on the sick and shut in, honey. Yeah. Him, Chrisette Michelle is on the sick and shut in, sis.
Tina's
from Mary. Tina's is on the sick and shut in. White people, the 55% of white people in America, you're on the sick and shut in list.
Yep, the 53% of white women who voted for Trump, you should go
sick
on
and
sick and shut in as well.
The woman I cussed out today at the bot store,
sick and shut in.
Sick and shut in. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just a sick and shut in week. The incident at University of Hartford, sick and shut in. Woo, near Friday. Let's talk about something more upbeat.
Well,
how this book going? How was the book?
I'm gonna say Papa Johnson. No. No.
I mean, you can say the one sentence, but Niram, this episode's going downhill very quickly. We just don't have anything positive. You quickly.
Papa John's with an S.
What'd he say?
Need to go on the sick and shut in too.
Papa John? What happened to him?
So he had a call. This nigga done lost like $70 million in 24 hours.
What?
So he blamed his loss of like millions of dollars on like the NFL and talking about how he was like, we're totally disappointed in the NFL and its leadership that it did not resolve this ongoing situation to the satisfaction of all parties. Talking about like kneeling and things of that sort.
Nigga, just because nigga kneeling don't mean they ain't eating pizza. People just ain't eating Papa John's.
This should have been nipped in the bud a year and a half ago.
Ooh. He tried. Well, now Papa John's, you're off the sick and shut in list and moved to cancel. Fuck you.
So I was talking to Nia. This shit was so funny. Just talking to his ass. He's like, man, I had bought me some Papa John's.
Not no more.
Like 2 weeks ago. I was eating and I was like, man, something ain't right about this. He's like, they got that sweet tomato sauce.
Yeah.
It's like, man, something ain't right about this. And then this article came out. He's like, oh, I know what that taste was.
What?
Racism.
Oh, that racism. Because you hear me? First, the guy was on sick and shut in. I said, he think he done lost money. Somebody cooking your books. Check your CFO.
But no.
Check your CFO.
Here's the kicker.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut came out and said, well, we ain't had no lost business.
Come on, you hear me? Just because niggas kneeling don't mean people ain't eating pizza. Ain't nobody tell y'all stop eating pizza.
Pizza Hut said we didn't actually gain
We're
money.
golden. We stand with Colin. This Pizza Hut. We stand with him.
So that's all I wanted to say.
That's the sick and shut in list. So you just got a whole trail of sick. Yeah. Who else sick and shut in?
Bob. B.O.B.
Oh my God. Well, he done got a hope to some bad shit.
Talking about
that's that black stoner movement.
I ain't gonna even bring this. Just put B.O.B. on the.
What he do?
Well, he's talking about you know how you on this flat Earth type bullshit.
The Earth not flat.
Now he talking about slavery and how he don't believe slavery happened or like where the ship's at. So
okay.
they said,
hold on. No, Niram, you can't graze over my ancestors' past like that. Mm-hmm. So what did this Negro say? He said slavery is not real.
Yes. They say slavery lasted 400 years.
Okay.
B.O.B. wrote in the caption.
Yes.
America is only 250 years old.
Pause. Yes, slavery has been around longer than America has been around. That is a fact because America was built by men and women who rob, pillage, and rape. So they robbed this idea from other countries that have been doing slavery. You
ever seen a slave ship?
Yeah, actually. Pause. Are you still reading his thing?
Yep.
Pause. I have 2 places. One at the National, as Niram said, the Negro Museum in D.C. I seen a piece of wood from it, and also we're in white ass New England, so we went to that Mystic Seaport. And I seen the fucking Amistad.
The real Amistad.
Next question.
Not a bad question, especially when you pair it with the facts. They can find a billion-year-old dinosaur bones, but can't find a slave ship anywhere.
Nigga, we do have the slave ships. Go to the museum. Go to the museum. They're there. They ain't invite him to the opening of the African American Museum in D.C., did they?
I guess not.
Okay. And what else he finishing up?
That's it. And then he had like a bunch of what's the name? Slavery is not in my DNA. # shit like that.
What? Wasn't this also the fool was talking about that like all the directions are confused and we really in Africa and we not in America?
Yeah.
My thing is, Nyambi, I believe in different things, right? I believe I'm a little eccentric. Because remember we had this conversation about time.
Yep.
What is time? Fine. So I digest a little bit more. But okay, bruh, if this is not Boston, Massachusetts, and instead it's Cairo, Egypt, what the fuck is the difference? Slavery still happened.
Yeah.
And people were robbed from their original home and stolen and kidnapped and brought to Cairo.
Yeah.
To do X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget the rape and pillage part.
So what does that have to do with anything? Like, what is your point? What is the purpose?
Mm-hmm.
How are you helping us? Is the name different? It doesn't matter. What are you?
No, the name can be different, but it's still slavery.
It still happened.
And ships happened.
What he's just trying to say, y'all, just that they took all our ancestors and just took them on a sailboat and just went in a circle and be like, oh, we here.
Right.
So like, oh, Jesus.
Fuck out of here.
So you just went down the street and came back?
Put that nigga on the sick and shut in too.
Sick and damn shut in and slavery not my DA. But what I will admit to, I have a truth moment. When I used to talk to white people, I used to tell them that my ancestors weren't slaves.
I know.
You ain't gonna ask what I used to say.
What did you say?
I used to say my people came from freemen, and my people were always free.
Oh.
And white people would be fascinated.
Oh.
I used to come up with whole stories.
I know you did.
And I'd be like, and yet, I actually, because, just through marriage, my last name is this. But if I go back in time, it was tied to freemen. What does that even mean? And I used to eat that shit up.
Is your living in vain?
But I'm not denying slavery. I just said that my family was slaves. But to the point where I got so good at the story that other people was like, it's amazing that you can track your family history and heritage that to like when you came here from America. Like, that's amazing. And this is me. I said, what? I said, my people from Georgia and, maybe some Mississippi. They was like, no, but they were free. I said, I don't know who my people, what are you talking about? And they were like, I thought you was there. This is me. What is you talking about?
They caught you in a lie. They didn't spread it.
I can maybe go back 3 or 4 generations. What are you talking about? This is me, huh? And they was like, did you say you was free? I said, I just tell white people that. And they just bust out laughing.
They didn't caught you in a lie.
I'm a slave, honey. Oh, I'm from the ship, honey. I'm from somebody's motherland.
Yeah, you can tell. Look at your daddy's side.
Shut up. Come on. Give us an up. So, all the people on the sick and shut in. So, this weekend, as y'all writing in y'all gratitude journals and praying to your lords and your gods, put all these people on the list. Niram, what's this book club update? Come on. We're running long.
I read Fly Girl. And I read the first two chapters.
Like
Fly Girl.
How was Fly Girl?
Fly Girl was pretty decent. Nice. The first 2 chapters. I haven't really gotten into any juice yet.
Yeah.
Because they're really just character building.
Yes.
Talking about the sisters, the daddy, the neighbors.
Yeah.
The boy that she got a little crush on next door.
Yes. You ain't got to the real crush.
The cousins and all that shit, and like her 6th birthday party.
Yeah, and the family dynamic.
And the family dynamics, and it was kind of relatable. Like everybody got like the mean ass auntie. You always got like the cute auntie that thinks she kind of fly. Yeah. She like always the light skinned one, maybe an AKA or something. What? And you always got the auntie that's always like the peacemaker. She probably like a Zeta.
Oh, don't. I shouldn't even mention I was Greek.
Oh, I'm trolling. I'm just trolling.
You are trolling the Greeks.
But it was a good there's nothing I can really bring up to.
You ain't got to the juice.
I haven't got to the juice. It's more or less like setting the scene. Introducing characters, introducing the mama. Introducing the abusive ass neighbor and his wife.
But knowing that's real talk. I remember back in the 90s, you think about when you're younger. You knew somebody on that block like that to be like, yeah, he crazy, or your mom be like, you don't go to their house, honey.
Yeah,
don't you go up on that porch? Don't you? You know what I'm saying? And knowing really now that you're older, why?
Yeah. So I'm just there. I haven't got to any real juice yet. It's just more or less like building the characters. Like, oh, it's her birthday, and this is Aunt so and so, and Aunt so and so is the mean one. She always got an attitude, and you got the daddy who then it's like, well, I'm cheating, but I'm not cheating. But he left.
Come on.
And, they end up with the chapter like, well, his ass still ain't there. I said, damn, this nigga still gone.
For how long now?
Just like 2 years.
Come on.
It's like 2 years. Fast forward 2 years.
And they're still not divorced, though. You get that? Come on.
Fast forward 2 years, this nigga still ain't there.
Because he like a lifestyle. Well, it reminds me of that Jill Scott's song. Shout out to Jill Scott. If y'all looking for a bomb Jill Scott album that's underrated, Woman. When I tell you Jill Scott album Woman is the shit, she got a song about that say like, he's so good to me, he amazing, like, he vibe with me, he support me, he give me good sets, like, we just the bomb. But of course Jill said everything in metaphor. She said, but he like to write with a different pen every now and then.
Oh,
come on.
Hey.
And then in the song is, should I blame him for that? Is that enough for me to break all this off if everything else is perfect? And of course she said in right. Jill melodic. Right. But at the end of it, I'd be like, come on, sis. He said, but he liked to write. And that's it, of course, at the end of the song. But he likes to write with a different pen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Another bomb-ass Jill song on that Woman is Prepared. Jesus. That, if you just needed a moment to get yourself together, play Prepared by Jill Scott.
So what y'all think about the... I ain't cut you off. What y'all thought about the book in the first 2 chapters? That's where I'm at. I know some of y'all niggas read fast. I got 2 jobs. And a podcast to produce.
It's an easy read. It's not a heavy read.
That book like 400 pages.
Yes, but it's not a heavy 400. Like, it ain't Baldwin. Like, you won't got to be like, what did he mean by this? Like, it's kind of like you said, you can relate to it.
Yeah,
it's very conversational.
Yeah, very relatable.
Yeah,
so
nice. That's where I'm at. Alrighty, perfect. I'm sure as we get deeper and it'll be more metaphors, but I think that was the biggest things I picked up was this idea. You didn't touch on it too much, but I got this idea of keeping up facades. So Tracy, mama, and her daddy, the idea that from the outside, everybody thought they were perfect and this ideal couple, and they had these kids with Tracy and her little brother and this big house, and everyone was fly. But what was going on is daddy was, messing around, and not messing around discreetly. And not that it's a way to do it, but at least put respect on my name and try to shield or guard me from this. It got to the point where he was real disrespectful, and even to the point where they wanted to keep up facade so much that nigga moved out and still ain't been back for 2 years. But when stuff go down, well, come on back home. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he would come and be in the room. And what type of image does that set up if you have a child looking on for that, right? And how much we're willing to hold up to what we think this ideal relationship looks like, instead of saying that you can still co-parent and not be in a romantic relationship with folks. I don't know why that is something that folks, it's like this shame and guilt that is tied to if you're in a relationship and you have like kids or been established for long and you have to break up. Why is it so devastating to people? Like, why is it so?
Because it's the facade. It's the image.
The image ain't just to be damn happy.
No.
Or say we had a good 10.
Yeah. We had a good run here.
Yeah,
it's
but
over.
It ain't. I gotta love myself more.
Yeah.
So I think being older. I think when I was younger, I barely picked up on that. Like I just
as I'm older, I can definitely see like, damn, like why don't they just cut this shit off?
Yeah. And as you read more, you will see how that is then impacted on Tracy in her relationships. Again, when I'm younger, I'm not. I'm more into, I'm looking at it from Tracy's lens, right? Now I feel like I'm that older auntie looking down like, oh, sis, I've read this book twice and published the second edition, right?
So you saying Tracy going to have some daddy issues later on?
I don't have fucking daddy issues.
I said Tracy.
Oh, okay.
I say nah.
I'm just clarifying.
Your name Tracy?
Just making receipts. No.
Well, I'm just saying. So it's going to be like Tracy got some daddy issues.
I think she got daddy issues, but I think hers is more subdued than they most. I think when we think about daddy issues, we thinking of like Tina Marie types. I ain't had no daddy when I was growing up. That's what.
Yeah.
But everybody daddy issues ain't that explicit. Okay. Ain't primetime TV. But it's the little subtle stuff that you be like, sis, where'd that come from? Or why you associate that with love? Or what you looking for? Or you're being a little too clingy. Like, so you would pick that type of stuff up. So I'm excited for y'all. But yeah, y'all tell us what y'all think about Fly Girl.
All righty.
It's Shout Out Friday. And before we get started, Nerum is sad.
Y'all put me in the second shut-in list.
Add Nerum to the second shut-in list.
Why they put me in the second shut-in list, baby?
We only got, we got one comment from SoundCloud and one email. But we actually going to read the email on Monday because we're going to add it to like a Brussels cousin answer it.
Okay.
But so that means we only got one thing to read today.
So no.
I took up for y'all, Nerum. I took up for y'all because I know Nerum was sad. I said people got a lot of stuff going on. It's Halloween. They got to get these. Our age range. They got cheering. They got to get these children dressed up. Get this candy going. I understand. October into November can be crazy. I said they got us though, Nerum, because everybody gonna start getting their vacation for Thanksgiving, and they gonna be there, and they gonna play us at Thanksgiving and Christmas, ain't y'all? See, I done got y'all because Nerum was sad.
So y'all niggas don't even fuck with us like that.
Okay. Now he paid in full. Now he paid in full. Now he's paid in full.
Y'all, do we gotta go through this again? Do y'all not fuck with us?
They do, Nerum. They just busy.
I'm just saying.
They just busy, baby.
5 stars. That's all I'm asking for.
They busy. And we know. We about to come to the holiday. We about to play this Christmas in the background. We about to have good food. And folks going to have a little more time. But you got to put in the work now. You got to put in your little extra overtime so you can have your extra days off. You know the groove.
You know what? I got something for y'all ass.
What they got?
Black Love Matters going down to one day a week.
Nah. This is still my therapy. Actually,
1 day a week.
But this is my therapy. Don't listen to Nerum. He's being petty in his cancer energy. But what we might have at the first of the year is some type of like giveaway though. So stay tuned for that.
I don't get no reward for not leaving no 5 stars.
Nerum, we tied it to the folks who give reviews. So the folks who give reviews, we're going to, we haven't fleshed it out yet, but we are going to have something special at the top of the year for y'all, right? Maybe it's going to be, I'm thinking, y'all know we love Queen Oprah. Queen Oprah just came out with her favorite things. It's going to be like Nerum and Nyambi's favorite things. It's going to be real hood shit, but it's going to be good shit.
Y'all niggas ain't leave no voicemails.
Alrighty, so what we're going to do is jump into our Shout Out Friday. We had on SoundCloud from episode 66, it says, we love ATL and I want my eggs cracked in vacations. Sometimes these titles, we got to do better. It's from XO Miss C, and it says, there's always traffic. People in Atlanta can't drive. And I'm from Georgia. I hate going downtown or anywhere else because of the traffic. You have to leave your house 2 hours before your commute to allow time in traffic. I know that's right, sis. That's too much for me. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't be in traffic that long. So thank you for that review. And like I said, y'all don't mind Nerum. He just be in his cancer energy. I know y'all busy. I know y'all got us. And like I said, at the top of the year, we're going to be doing this nice giveaway that ties into it. Also, we had an email, but we're going to read that on Monday because we're going to add it to a Brussels because we think it's a really good question and we're going to flesh it out more. Nerum?
It's my living in vain.
I tried to get us out of here quick. Nerum, can you wrap us on up?
No. Of course not.
It was a great episode. Go ahead and outro us out, baby.
No. Of course not. To submit a question.
Nerum.
All right, to submit a Black Love Story, go to blacklovematters.com/love story. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com or leave a comment. And to leave a comment about anything that we talked about, go head on over to the website at blacklovematters.com or SoundCloud, or you can leave us a voicemail at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. And be sure to leave us a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star review on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher. if y'all really want to support us,
Nero,
if you want to support us,
listen, I gotta cut them off.
No.
Y'all have a great weekend. We're gonna talk to y'all later, and remember, love is ever evolving. Peace. Come on now, Nero.
If y'all really want to support us,
I'm leaving.
5-star reviews is like reviews on Amazon. Like, you're more likely to listen to a podcast based off of reviews. I know it's fucked up like that, but that's the case, y'all. But, we really appreciate those who have left reviews because y'all are shit.
You sound like Chris Brown.
Y'all take it easy. Have a good weekend.